The John Kennedy Space Center, originally known as the NASA Launch Operations Center located on Merritt Island, Florida, is one of the National Astronautics and Space Administration 10 field centers. Since 1968, Kennedy Space Center has been NASA primary launch center of American spaceflight research technology launch operations for the Apollo Skylab and Space Shuttle programs were carried out from Kennedy Space Center Launch Complex 39 and managed by Kennedy Space Center located on the east coast of Florida. Kennedy Space Center is adjacent to Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. The management of two entities work very closely together, share resources, and operate facilities on each other property. Though the first Apollo flights and all Project Mercury and Project Gemini flights took off from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, the launches were managed by Kennedy Space Center and its previous organization, the Launch Operations Directorate. Starting with the fourth Gemini mission, the NASA Launch Control Center in Florida began handling of control of the vehicle to the Moon Control Center in Houston shortly after liftoff. In prior missions, it held control throughout the entire mission. Additionally, the center manages launch of robotic and commercial crew missions and researches food production and in situ resource utilization for off-Earth exploration. Since 2010, the center has worked to become a multi-user spaceport through industry partnerships, even adding a new launch pad in 2015. There are about 700 facilities and buildings grouped throughout the center's 580 kilometers square. Among the unique facilities at Kennedy Space Center are the 160-meter tall vehicle assembly building for stacking NASA's largest rockets, the Launch Control Center, which conducts space launches at Kennedy Space Center, the Operations and Checkout Building, which houses the astronauts' dormitories and setup areas, a space station factory, and 3-mile long schedule landing facility. There is also a visitor complex on site that is open to public. Thank you, my viewers.